Bulletcast for life.
Get up! This is a revolution! This is our time to rise! Look deep within your mind, look deep into the hate in my eyes. We are the elite, and you are the weak. No matter how hard I fall, I'll get back up on my feet. Red alert, this is gonna hurt. When your face is in the dirt, you'll know your death is what I seek. We are the elite, and you are the weak, and I will always get back.
Yo, what's going on, ladies and gentlemen? It is I, the microphone Messiah, Phillip Brandon, joined by the Canadian destroyer, BT Brandon Tanguma. We're here to recap yet another week in the world of professional wrestling. Brandon, what's going on, man?
Hey guys, another week. We got big week. We got two WWE or not wrestling shows,
Major live events happening.
but there's always indies. Check out your local indie, especially on the weekends. So,
Yes.
big wrestling weekend for us for the Bulletcast.
Yes. Bossman Slash was back on the BC after a 4-year hiatus. He talks about UGWA over the last 4 years, the Emporium era, and what we can expect this Saturday. Narrative Fermentations, UGWA 30 years of the UGWA. What'd you think about the interview with Bossman?
Yeah, that was a good interview. You know, I haven't been to too many UGWA shows, but every time I've gone, it was at the Emporium, and it was a good vibe. So now they're in a new era, and they've always done well with, like, telling stories throughout the indies. You know, a lot of indies might just pull in guys from other territories and, you know, big names and just kind of plop them in there, have their matches. But these guys actually do good stuff, and Slash kind of talked about that and what they're doing at this upcoming show.
Yeah, I'm excited, man. I'm very excited. I'm excited to see everything that happens with this. We'll get into that a little bit later once we wrap up the show. Mystico is injured.
He is. It's news to me.
Yeah, man. He announced it at a CMLL show that he's injured. I think his arm was in a sling or something. So he's gonna be out for, don't know the significant amount of time, but yeah.
I mean, it sucks. AEW once again dealing with some sort of injuries, but even bigger deal is CMLL because Mystico is their biggest star, biggest draw, and I mean, this sucks for both companies, but especially CMLL. So hopefully it's nothing too serious that he can get back in the swing of things relatively soon.
Yes. WWE talents can no longer use their indie names. They must use their ID names moving forward. And you know how I am with these things. Once we see it happen, then I'll believe it. I checked, or it popped up on my phone. BTW has changed their graphic for their upcoming show. Was it Misery Business or something like that? I think that was the name of it. Yeah, Misery Business. So it used to say Aaron Solo versus Starboy Charlie. They have put up a new one. So Friday, July 17th at Newark Pavilion, Misery Business. It will be Aaron Solo defending the BTW World Championship against Chaz Starboy Hall. There
I
you
mean,
have
not
it.
not surprising. You know, WWE is very controlling with these types of things, and I'm honestly kind of surprised this hasn't.
It took this long.
It took this long, yeah, that to kind of make people. And honestly, I thought they were just doing it anyways. So, but you know, obviously, Starboy Charlie hits close to home, so he still does indie stuff over here, and now he's what's the name again? Chaz Hall.
Chaz Starboy Hall, yeah. Chaz Hall made an appearance on TNA, wrestling Mustafa Ali for the X Division Championship. Or no, not the X Division title. The was it the international title they got over there?
Sounds good to me.
Yeah, it's the TNA International Championship. Yes.
Good for him. Good for Chaz Hall, because Starboy Charlie apparently is no longer a thing unless he were to part ways with WWE, which we are not wishing upon right now.
Starboy Charlie in my eyes, man. Come on now. Come on now. Mick Foley joins AEW. Yes, Mick Foley will be on what was it, the pre-show, their kickoff show, or what do they call it? What's
The I don't even know. Not free for all. That's the WWF thing back in the Attitude Era.
what's Mick Foley doing at AEW? What is he doing?
He's just, I mean, he's doing the pre-show. Tony Khan said if Mick Foley wants to get in the ring, he's more than willing to in AEW. Now, I don't think that's a good idea, but I wouldn't put it past him to do some sort of dumb if Mick Foley is the new Darby Allin tag team partner. But
Uh Oh, so yeah, it's on their pre-show. Yeah, man, Mick Foley. Mick Foley, we didn't really I mean, we did talk about Barry Blaustein last week with his passing and everything. But Mick Foley gave a very touching tribute. The article is on his Facebook page. I advise you to go read that. And then man, yeah, man, I kind of rewatched a little bit of Beyond the Mat, just seeing how Mick Foley was one of the main focuses of it. Just a lot of good stuff. Go rewatch Beyond the Mat, ladies and gentlemen. That's my thing. Have you rewatched it since the passing of Mr. Blaustein?
I have not. But it's one of those movies that when I was really getting back into wrestling was something because it was on Netflix, I believe that it was something I watched many, many times. So it is ingrained in my mind.
Yes, I mean there's a lot of good stuff in there, man. I mean, obviously the APW stuff, and guys like Mike Modest and Tony Jones, R.I.P. And just being from Hayward in the Bay, the representation that they have there, and uh, the stuff with Foley and like his family watching him go through the deal with The Rock and everything, and yeah, Barry Blaustein. I didn't know he was a Hollywood writer before Beyond the Mat, and my guy helped co-write some of the biggest movies in Hollywood. Boomerang, Coming to America, like some hits. So shout out to Mr. Blaustein. May he RIP, man. But yeah, Mick Foley over at AEW. It's gonna be interesting to see. We all know he parted ways with WWE earlier this year due to their involvement with the Don.
Mhm. Random fact, random news. Have you seen any of these clips of Dan Soder and Will Sasso on Chris Van Vliet? Because they've been going dummy viral, I feel like, the entire past couple days.
Yeah. I was just watching the interview before we hopped on. Yeah, man. I mean, Dan Soder is the only guy I know that can do an Andre the Giant impersonation. It's awesome. Like I was just watching them and Sasso was doing a Dusty, like Dusty's on the phone with Rick and Dusty's wife says, "Why are you on the phone?" And he's like, "Well, baby, you gotta get Rick in promo mode. That's how you get him off the telly." Just funny. It's great stuff, man. I love those two guys so much, dude. They're awesome. I love a good wrestling impersonation, man. What did you think, man?
I thought it was great. I mean, I've loved Dan Soder for quite some time, and obviously Will Sasso had his time back in the late '90s with WCW and
Will
stuff. So
Sasso wrestled Bret Hart.
he did. Now, is that a good thing?
I,
We'll let others be the judge of that. But Will Sasso, he's always been a wrestling fan, and Dan Soder's, not the next generation because he's still kind of up there in age. But it was definitely a fun time. I mean, there's like 10-minute clips on TikTok, and I've like watched them all, and it's just. I mean, it's a Chris Van Vliet interview podcast, whatever, but he's like nowhere near. It's just basically them two just going back and forth with each other.
I love it, man. Like, yeah, like they both do a great Macho Man. I think Sasso, he does a Hogan. Like when I was watching, he was doing a Bret Hart. Bret, he has to Bret, and then what else is there? Sasso does a Scott Hall too. He was on CVV's podcast like a while ago, and he was at WrestleMania 18. And he was at like a pre Mania party with the boys, and Scott Hall shows up and he's like, "Hey Sasso, you look like the kind of guy that can do coke and eat." I was just like, "Oh wow, that's a crazy line." But yeah, man, go check that out, man. Just a lot of fun stuff in there. Just a lot of good humor, and it's very entertaining to watch. WWE's interested in a big cast Enzo Amore return.
Allegedly, that's what the internet be telling us. Enzo apparently was at the Performance Center this past week. Big Cass's contract with AEW is coming up relatively soon. Apparently, he has not been on television really since the Chris Jericho Learning Tree storyline. WWE looks around and says, "Oh, we like released a lot of our tag teams, and we don't have a tag team division anymore. And so let's."
Well, they do have a tag team division.
I mean, especially on SmackDown, it's a little rough.
Yeah. Well, that's interesting. Apparently, they're interested in Baron Corbin coming back.
He could be the Danhausen monster clone thing.
I mean, if you have to do a monster, you have to be Braun Strowman, right? He was a monster among
Now,
men.
how is this going to work? Is it like, is it going to be the person, or is it going to be them like dressed up as Danhausen?
I would assume they have the Danhausen paint on. I heard Sam Roberts say that they should get like a replica Giant Gonzalez suit, like the one with the actual patches of hair, just to make this absolutely absurd. Yeah, I don't. Yeah, I would assume they have to have the Danhausen paint on, right?
They're really towing the line.
But see, but this is
They're behind that boat and they're skiing and they are getting ready to jump over that shark.
because like the thing with like Danhausen, what I've come to realize, like people got overzealous for the debut. They were like, but then they love Danhausen. They were like, with the mini Hausens, but they love the match. Like they're probably going to be like, with the reveal, but then give it some time. They're gonna learn to love it. Like it's just this is the Danhausen formula.
And Danhausen's all over ESPN right now. He's doing a bit with Stephen A. Smith cursing the Knicks and lifting the curse, and he curses the Cavaliers, and the Cavaliers give up like a 10-point lead, and the Knicks
Did
come
you
back and win the whole thing, and yeah.
did you ever think when Danhausen was in AEW that you fast forward what like 2 or 3 years he would be on First Take with Stephen A. Smith?
Absolutely not. I mean, he was not a good fit for AEW. And run the tape back. I told you either this relationship with WWE was going to be fantastic or it was going to be atrocious. And right now it's fantastic in terms of business wise for both of them. And so it's a perfect fit. And it's only been what, like 3 months, 2 months of them being together. I wonder how long, if they're gonna like burn the candle too bright and it's gonna, sputter out. But currently, it is working. He's like the number two merch seller in the entire company, which is either topping Cody Rhodes or Roman Reigns and CM Punk. So that's kind of crazy. He's getting shout outs in the town hall meeting. So
Hey, gotta love that Danhausen.
everything's coming up Danhausen right now.
All right. I love it. I love to see everything about it. All right. Dun, 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 dun. WWE files trademark for the glamour.
We got Blake Monroe. Sorry. Yes, Blake Monroe. That's her name.
Yes,
Not Mariah May. I'm working myself into a shoot here where
brother.
yeah, Blake Monroe, she's coming to SmackDown eventually, one of these days. We don't know when. Maybe it's right now. We are recording this while SmackDown's going on, but WWE is filed for the Glamour, which was her name before WWE in AEW. Um, Maybe that's just them kind of holding on to it so they can have it, or they're gonna utilize that on the main roster. So just something to keep an eye out on.
We love the glamour, bro.
I mean, there's still people saying the Tony Storm promo before that uh, Hollywood ending match is ringing true, that people will like her but never love her, and she'll never be any bigger of a star than what she was with Tony Storm. And not saying she's a disaster.
What, Mariah, man? Stop playing. Stop playing.
I mean, we're even kind of seeing that with Tiffany Stratton a little bit.
What?
That she ain't as hot as she used to be.
It's Tiffy time. It's
It's always Tiffy
okay.
time.
It's okay. It'll be.
Speaking of Tiffy, well, former Tiffy time participant Ludwig Kaiser. Biggest news of the week: he gets arrested for battery. This happened on Thursday. This happened yesterday.
So that was the report that he got arrested for battery. But then, as more reports go out, apparently he was in his apartment complex in the elevator with his current love interest. And a fellow resident was like, "Hey man, get a room or something." Blah blah blah. Then I guess Kaiser lost his cool, or I don't know, something happened, something along those lines.
Allegedly, they were aggressively kissing.
So yeah, bro saw a dude kissing his girl and got mad and told them to stop.
Yeah, and so far we've only heard really the whatever the defendants or the guy who Ludwig like went after apparently. So we're only getting like one side of the story because I would assume if he just said get a room, that's kind of wild for him to like flip out like that. I would assume he maybe said something a little worse than that,
Yeah.
but he's just not telling the police or telling reporters what exactly was said. So just a strange situation overall. He did have Kaiser had a something in Mexico, some sort of like appreciation festival thing supposed to happen yesterday, got canceled, but then it got reinstated and it's going to happen today. So thus far, no issue because you have to think about these things, especially with him being in Mexico. International travel's a big deal with court cases and things like that. But thus far, since he's a first time offender, it doesn't look like it's going to ruin the mask versus mask match right now.
Okay. We will be all right. We need the mask versus mask match, man. We need the mask versus mask match. I'm telling you. It'll
I mean,
be
it's probably
great.
the best thing WWE TKO is doing right now. But on in Mexico, when it's in the States, people don't care for whatever reason.
Brother, we should have got this at WrestleMania. Mask versus mask?
No, that's if if you guys see like the angles that they be
Actually,
cutting in
no, yeah.
Mexico, they're
You
this
do
thing is
have a
white
point.
hot down in Mexico.
It's hot. Like I watched that like the both Americanos with both of their groups and like the new Americano cutting that promo in Spanish in the ring and just the energy of the crowd. I'm like, man, this is awesome. This is so much fun. When's that match?
It is the next week. It's like the 30th, I think.
We have to
So
do a recap.
next Saturday.
We have to do a recap.
Stay tuned, everybody.
Yes, we have to. I'm excited about that. SmackDown. Cody comes out there he creates his own contract signing. Gunther is being wishy-washy. Royce Keys, the big Bay Area boy, comes out there. Is like, if you ain't gonna sign it, I will. Which these contracts, man. So I guess.
I don't think that's how that works, but
Well, no, I guess so. If he can just go out there and sign it, that means that Gunther's name is not on the contract. It's just a contract for a WWE title opportunity at Clash in Italy. So whoever signs it gets the opportunity. So I guess that's how that was working. He was about to sign it. Gunther stops him. They go back and forth, and then we go into Nick Aldis coming out, makes the match for later in the night. Gunther Keys winner gets Cody at Italy. So Solo comes out there to try to help Royce. Royce fucks him off. Gunther beats Royce Keys. Gunther is going to Clash in Italy to challenge Cody Rhodes for the WWE Championship. We have a graphic for it. Cody crossroads Gunther after the match was over, and he said, "Welcome to SmackDown."
yeah, I mean, just kind of one long windy road just to get to the ending that we all expected of Gunther and
They give
Cody.
us a little extra. It's fine.
Yeah, taking the back roads a little bit to get to your eventual destination, but nice. I mean, nice to see that Royce Keys is, in the main event picture, kind of. They did protect him. They could have just
Sure.
had Gunther kind of run right through him, so I guess that's kind of a positive, even though it's another
It was a
kind of.
struggle. It was a fight. I did hear somebody say that. What if they're both from the Bay? What if Royce and Jake just team up to take on the MFTs? Because it looks like that's where Royce Keys is going to be going in a feud with them.
I mean, they've done some things backstage of them kind of acknowledging, not like outright their history,
Acknowledge?
not kind of spelling it out, but just saying, they're boys, they like each other. Maybe that's where Fatu goes after his thing with Roman. Um, it is a tribal combat match, so maybe some other members of the bloodline get involved, and he goes back to feud with Solo. So maybe that's kind of a way to get him out of that scene. But yeah, nice to see now that after his long hiatus post Royal Rumble that Willie Hobb is finally doing something.
I love it. I love it. I mean, he was doing stuff on main event, getting the reps in and whatnot. But it's good to see him on TV doing something. I like that. Big old trick with. Oh, hold on. Before we get there, what do you think about Cody's his new catch line? Easy to find, hard to beat.
I mean, it's a catchy little thing. They like their little. Everyone kind of has their thing, you know. Fatu kind of has his talking points. He says sometimes a little over the top. So in terms of like they keep repetitive, being
All
very
gas, no
repetitive
brakes.
with that stuff. But you know, it's just another line Cody will say in his promo after he says, "What do you want to talk about?"
But yeah, get the crowd to get invested and say it with him.
Because that's
Yeah,
what WWE's all about: crowd participation.
and merchandise. Are we gonna have easy to find, hard to beat shirts? I'll wear those.
Probably.
Yep. Well, I'm I'm quasi hard to beat, but I am somewhat hard to find. Yeah. Yeah. Big old Trick Willie defeats the Miz in the hometown. But this is a different era, man. You're not supposed to win in your hometown. It's different,
I mean, it's the Miz.
brother. Back in the day, that title would have been on the line, and the Miz would have took that thing off of him.
Thank God we're not in that era anymore.
Well,
But at time, but
you
at
don't
times I
like
do wonder.
tradition.
But at times I do wonder if we're still, in that era with that
You
old
don't
man still running things.
you don't like tradition.
Sometimes tradition is an excuse for bad things to continue.
You don't win in your hometown. You don't go over on your birthday. These are just the rules, brother. But yeah, what did you think about the little poetry slam session with Lil Yachty and Kit Wilson? People are thinking it's time for Lil Yachty to get out of there. What are your thoughts?
I mean, he is. I wouldn't say he's overstaying his welcome, but it's kind of like, all right, WrestleMania's over. Usually that's like when the celebrities leave, but Lil Yachty's still here. So is he like here to stay and he's just going to be Trick Williams' guy until they
Well,
like
yeah. I
do
mean, when
some
was the
sort of
last time he
angle?
dropped an album? Like what, 6 years ago?
I mean, he drops like projects, but he's not dropping like he's not Drake. We'll say that. I mean, no one's Drake,
I
but
mean, hey man, it's too hard for the effing radio. My boys in the yacht going crazy. Janice, shut the fuck up. Come on now, hello.
yeah, 2 years and he finally makes his rebuttal, even though everyone's kind of past the feud. But it's okay, Drake. Let it all out.
What do you
Get off your
mean?
chest.
What do you mean?
I mean, the whole album, the whole Iceman album is just him.
Look, bro, Drake is one of the top 10 streamed artists in the world. Kendrick's not, so I think Drake won. We'll
Well,
just leave it at that.
it's not all about numbers, No,
And what do
numbers.
you mean it's not all about what?
I mean, just because you're putting up big numbers, are you going to say
What do
that Taylor? Are you saying Taylor Swift is the most musically inclined artist of all time because she puts up insane numbers all the time?
I mean, she's very
She makes a lot of
successful
money. I
because of
mean,
the numbers.
God bless them. Taylor Swift, BTS, Drake, they were making a lot of money.
Shout out, man. Shout out. Um, but yeah, where were we with this? Yeah,
Talk about Lil Yachty.
Lil Yachty, yeah. For people say it's time for him to pack it up. I heard somebody say that Kid Wilson kind of cooked him with his bars. I was like, I don't, I don't know, I don't know. Brie Bella and Paige defeat Julia and Kiana James. Congrats to them.
Yeah, I mean, it looks like they're doing a breakup between Julia and Kiana James. We saw them argue backstage after the fact. Match was fine. I think Paige has looked pretty good in her return. I think the rough points of these matches kind of is Brie Bella, but that's really nothing
Hey man,
shocking
you
there.
leave Brie mode alone.
Hey, I love Brie. She's married to my goat, but it's a little rough in there at times.
They don't acknowledge your goat, bro. How do you feel about that?
It's at least we're saying yes kicks. I guess
She
we're,
stole
we're
those kicks from the Miz though.
well, they're it kicks, formerly yes kicks.
Yeah, yeah.
I'm just a little scared of what they're gonna do with Julia and Kiana James. If they're gonna put Kiana James over and Julia like gets cut and goes back to Japan, which might not be the worst thing because it's not working right now.
You need something else, bro. You need a little needs a little something. Needs a little something. Danhausen's cloning machine. We kind of already talked about that, so we can move on. Cedric Alexander wins the X Division title. He won it out here when they did their tapings last week. Tapings on a live show. Congrats to them. Out to him. Shout out.
Yeah, shout out Cedric Alexander winning the X Division championship. I mean, I got nothing really to say. Let's be honest. I don't really watch TNA like that. I tuned in when they moved over to AMC. I still recorded. I have all the episodes on my YouTube TV, so maybe I could just sit down for a couple days and watch all of them. But
As you should.
I should, yeah.
As you should. TNA got the boys in the yacht going crazy. Um, it was utter chaos. It was utter chaos. Jacob Fatu is being attacked by his family, but he grabs a mic and he challenges Roman Reigns to tribal combat. Now, the last two times we've seen tribal combat, the tribal chief has come up on top. He defeated Jey Uso. He defeated Solo Sikoa. Will Jacob unfortunately be beaten by the tribal chief once again, or does the Yada I Mean Man take the Ula Fala, take the acknowledgement, and the heavyweight championship of the world?
He could. I don't think he will because these matches are going to be just overbooked to the moon, and there's going to be a bunch of run-ins and a bunch of stuff
Brother,
going on.
it's okay. Look, WrestleMania 40 was overbooked, but it was awesome. All right, it's okay. Sometimes that's good.
Sometimes, not all the time, but we'll see if this one works out. Um, I mean, it's like it's very much a wait and see approach, I feel like, because Roman just won. It's like it's a match that you think Roman or like you feel like Roman should hold the title for a decent amount of time. He's not just gonna lose it. So we're doing this big stipulation match, and I think you're just gonna beat Fatu. And I mean, at there's points, I get it. You guys want everyone to be protected at all times, but at points, you just have somebody beat another person. I think that's what they should do here.
And we'll see. We will see. Brock Lesnar got all of us. He's back, baby. He came back, F5'd Obafemi like 4 or 5 times, ripped his pants, and Clash in Italy. The Beast and the Ruler. Yes, sir.
Once again, WWE TKO is gonna smile and be like, "Oh, we got you guys." Now, how much of this was legit, how much of it wasn't, I don't know. And at this point, I really don't care. I think it's just another one of those instances of them trying to get one over on us. And yes, like we can say they succeeded, but how much of that is like good storytelling? Because I feel like this is what we talked about this with their Unreal show on season 2 of like, oh, they kept saying they got one over on us on the Seth Rollins thing, but no one believed them.
Bro, we didn't know. We didn't know. We didn't know. Stop. Stop.
It's just another instance of this company making like work surprises, work shoots, stuff like be good television. And there is a way, I think there's a way that you can like make this a good story. Now, will they do that? I don't know. Like I think you can tell the story of like Brock legitimately thought he was done, but then like he stewed on it and he couldn't let that be his last moment. Like you can tell a story. Now, will they do it? I don't know, but there is a story to be told here where it's not just like, oh, Brock got you guys. Because I feel like Brock is the type of character who's not going to care about that type of stuff.
I don't know. Brock Lesnar surprised us in the last couple of years. I don't know. We'll see. But I am excited to see this and see them really do something with it. Seth Rollins defeats Austin Theory, and then the Vision beats up Seth Rollins and the Street Profits.
Yeah, match was fine. It's Seth Rollins Austin Theory match. You can't really expect too much to be honest on a Raw, but they told a good story of I thought Montez and Dawkins, you know, little bit of tension there, but they Dawkins has his idea to help out Seth. Tez was kind of against it, so maybe there's a turning point and a tear up. They've been teasing forever. It feels like at this point with the Street Profits, but um, yeah, I thought the little story they kind of weave throughout the show I thought was pretty good.
Oh, did you?
I did. I thought it was all right. They're cool.
That was okay, huh?
Yeah, yeah, yeah. What do you think?
I did enjoy it. I did. I don't want, we can't break them up now. You can't do that. Just a little tension. Like, hey, man, forget him. Let's go get these titles. You know what I'm saying? Are we going to draw this out to a War Games, man?
November's a long time away. I don't think we can do that, but I wouldn't put past them.
You wouldn't put it past them.
But put on the back burner a little bit. But then we rev it back up, and Bronson Reed at that point will be back. So you can have what? You'll have 4, 5 people involved, possibly on each side.
Possibly, yes. Possibly. We shall see.
We shall see.
We shall overcome. No. No. You're not feeling that?
Nah.
All right. I'm sorry. I'm sorry.
Well,
Sorry I even said anything, Brandon. Jeez.
sorry. Anyways, I've been told Soruka is going after Becky Lynch, even though she's lost her first two matches on Raw. And is this match for the title or not? Because everyone's
It's not for
telling
the
me otherwise.
championship.
I'm very confused.
It's not for the title.
It should be for the title because you need to earn championships around here.
Why are you
They just gifted out willy-nilly.
why are you confused, bro?
Well, first it wasn't, but then it was, but then now it's
No, nobody
not.
said it was.
Well, maybe I'm just an idiot. Don't answer that.
Nobody said it was. I mean, this is happening in what Fort Wayne, Indiana. The next one is July 18th.
It's a big day.
Yeah, in the garden. Yeah, that's gonna be massive. It's gonna be huge. Um, yeah, yeah, we shall see. Finn Balor defeats JD McDonough in a street fight.
Yeah, fun match between these two. You know, some shenanigans as you'd expect with the Judgment Day and things of that nature. But nice to see that Finn and JD kind of go out there and do their thing in this. I would assume is like the blow off, and then maybe they get back to Finn and Dom. And maybe Dom gets his win back, and they drag that out even longer.
Yeah, yeah. Brie Bella and Paige defeat the Judgment Day.
Yes, they did, and they retain.
Brimo.
I mean, I know they have their match at Saturday night's main event, so they still got more contenders down the road. But you would think that maybe Judgment Day would be like the perfect people to take the titles off of them, unless they're waiting for Nikki to come back and they try to do some sort of like dissension where the Bella twins turn for the 10,000th time and kick Paige to the curb. And that's kind of a way to either get the titles off of them or, you know, continue on with maybe just the Bella twins as being the champions.
Bella Twins as champions. This was the best for business. Nikki looks like she's living her best life, man. She's out partying and whatnot.
Good for her.
Yeah, shout out to her. AEW happened. Mark Briscoe beat Tommaso Ciampa. What the hell, man?
Yep, this
Willow
was
relinquished the title. What the hell is going on the show?
well, you gotta watch the product. It was one of those 3 hour combined Collision and Dynamite episodes. Mark Briscoe and Ciampa had a bloody anything goes match, and Briscoe got the win. I mean, Ciampa left WWE to maybe not have matches like this, but to have much more intense matches and more high profile matches, and he's getting them here on AEW. And I thought this match was really good. If that is your cup of tea. I'm just happy Darby didn't see that match and it's like, all right, I got to top that. Luckily, he did not. He just kind of stuck to regular wrestling. But yes, Willow Nightingale did have to relinquish her TBS championship because she was injured. She also has to give up her spot in the Owen Hart tournament. So that's going to be a wild card spot. So we don't know exactly who's going to be in her spot to take on Alex Windsor. But just kind of a sad situation overall. Unfortunately, unfortunate situation, but an absolutely fantastic promo I thought from Willow. Just kind of going over her emotions, her feelings, and everything that's led into it, and what it's costing her, but then how she's going to bounce back and she's going to try to regain everything that she's losing right now. So, good stuff. Unfortunate for Willow though. Then John Moxley and Kyle O'Reilly had a 20-minute draw. Then this sets up for a title match at Double or Nothing, where it's going to be no time limit for the Continental Championship. There's too many titles. I can't keep track of what all their names are. But yeah, good stuff there. We had more stuff with Moxley and Osprey, and Osprey had a match later on at Collision against Shibata, I believe, because that sets up Osprey and Joe. But main event of Dynamite was another Darby Allin AEW Championship title defense, and this was up against Speedball Mike Bailey. Another fantastic match from Darby Allin, what you'd expect. MJF was on commentary, so he kind of got to get his shots in, and Darby ends up getting the win at the very end. Then this bleeds into Collision, where we get kind of a back and forth with MJF, and even Kevin Knight comes out and he puts over Darby, says, we're rooting for you. We need you to beat Max to knock him down a peg and stuff like that. So then, what happened on Collision happened on Collision. But this was a good go home show, I thought, for for Double or Nothing, which will be taking place this Sunday in New York.
New York, what venue?
So it is not Arthur Ashe Stadium, but it is the neck. It's like the slightly smaller adjacent tennis stadium.
Oh, okay. Let's see. Let's
Yep,
see.
yep, yep. So instead of holding like 20,000, this one holds like 16,000.
Okay, still decent, still decent. Let's see. As we move on, Saturday night's main event predictions. It's going down, man. It is going down
I'm yelling
this
timber.
Saturday. It is going down. You don't want to miss any of this. Um, Ethan Page takes on Penta for the WWE Intercontinental Championship. Do they pull the trigger?
Honestly, I might pull the trigger. I think Ethan Page has, in his short little run, I thought he's been very good. And I mean, the
Oh,
sit down interview he had with Michael Cole, I thought was just so smarmy and just so great.
yeah, no, he knows his character. He's excellent at it. I mean, I I wish he was kind of doing this in AEW. Could have like he could have got a decent TNT title run and stuff.
I,
I think you put the title on Ethan, and then guess what? You put Ray Phoenix and Penta together, and they become a tag team. And ooh, huh? Could you
I think,
imagine?
yeah, I think Ethan's problem in AEW is just he was too similar to MJF. So it was,
Yeah,
you can't have two MJFs on one show. Um,
he was like the lesser version of MJF. Like MJF was just a dick, and he was like, yeah, Ethan, he's an asshole, but you know, you see what I'm saying?
yeah,
Yeah,
dicks and assholes, two completely different things.
yeah. It's okay to be an asshole. It's never okay to be a dick. Um, yeah, I think you do that. Penta and Ray Phoenix make up a tag team. Imagine, could we get the Lucha Bros and the Usos, bro? Can we just get that?
I
Or
mean, I
can we
would
get?
love for the Lucha Bros to get back together. Phoenix did talk a little. I mean, he's had like some sort of backstage segments where he's talked about he's like has plans or he wants to do stuff. I don't, Penta's been perfectly fine what he's doing, but obviously Phoenix has been kind of Phoenix can't get by with just his wrestling in WWE like he could in AEW, unfortunately.
Yeah, we'll see. Rhea Ripley, Charlotte Flair, and Alexa Bliss take on Jade Cargill, Meech, and a B-Fab. It was just announced. Triple H put out a graphic. Clash in Italy. Rhea Ripley versus Jade Cargill in a rematch for the WWE Women's Championship. But I think the heels go over in this 6-woman tag.
I mean, it would kind of make sense to have like Jade have momentum coming out of it, but I mean, Meechin and BFAB are just on such a different level compared to everybody else in this match to where it just makes sense for have one of them lose and have the baby faces go over.
Yeah, but yeah, it needs some momentum going in there. Um, Becky and Soruka singles match. I assume Soul's gonna get a win over Becky, and then we somehow get to her challenging her for the women's intercontinental championship. I'd throw that on Clash in Italy. I'd do that. I think that'd be fun.
Yeah, I think you have Soul get the win, and if Jessica Carr's the referee for this match, have your BS alarm go off because something's probably going to happen. Because they keep doing stuff, but they're not like they don't lean into it in terms of like going anywhere with it. So it's just I don't know what the plan is with that thing.
Well, she's wrestling under a mask and Evolve, so I think we're gonna get a match.
I'm expecting a match, but it's like they did the thing at WrestleMania. They didn't really follow up on it. They've done other things, they've done other angles, but it's like Becky will give like a one-off comment about it, but nothing like Adam Pearce doesn't bring Carr into her office or like have them like talk it out or do something. So
Because Pierce is done with Becky's BS.
it might be a thing of once Soul gets the title off of Becky, then maybe Becky wrestles Carr. I don't know.
Yeah. I think I would like them to do something with heard Sam Roberts say to do something with Cody and Gunther at Saturday night's main event to kind of just add that little extra thing to the story. I think that'd be cool. Other than that, we got Paige and Brie Bella defending the women's tag titles against the Irresistible Forces, Lash and Nia. I think Paige and Brie Bella go over.
Yeah, I mean, I think Paige and Brie win to retain. I don't know. I mean, it's the tag titles. You just had them on Lash and Nia, so I don't think they're gonna put it right back on them a month later.
Yeah. And then, of course, the Vision, Theory, and Logan going up against Street Profits, Dawkins, and Ford for the WWE World Tag Team titles.
Now, what's the main event of the show? Is it the tag
I got
title match or is it the IC title match? Because I feel like the tag title match has the most like juice behind
Steam.
it.
Yeah, I think that'll be the main.
Um, I could see the Street Profits getting the win just because the Vision's like not really like a thing. And like I said, I think Paul might do something with Joe Hendry either at the imminent future or right after this. So I would think the Street Profits get the win here. I think we get IC title sandwiched at the beginning, the tag titles at the end, and we get two title switches here.
I think so. AEW.
AEW Double or Nothing. As I said, it is taking place in the Louis Armstrong Stadium in Queens, New York. 12 matches in total, but 9 matches currently on the actual show. The match that was announced first, Konosuke Takeshita and Kazuchika Okada for the International Championship. This match should be a banger. This match should be fantastic. It should be everything we want it to be if Okada is motivated, which I think he will be. There could be a BS finish here, but I think it's going to be a good one. And I think Takeshita wins. I think you just put it on Takeshita. You have him. He is the guy. You put that rocket ship on. I'm not saying he's got to be the world champion at the end of the year or anything like that, but I think Takeshita getting this win here will be a lot um, for his stock.
I like that.
Then we get the tag titles. I Quit match. If Cope and Cage lose, they have to retire as a tag team. So Cope and Cage against FTR. I think Adam Copeland and Christian Cage get the win. Pretty self-explanatory. I think it's gonna be bloody. It's gonna be spot fest. It's gonna be a bunch of spots and stuff. But at the end of the day, FTR will submit.
Yeah. Oh. Oh. Yeah. I'm gonna go. I'm gonna go. I gotta go. And Christian.
Then we had the Stadium Stampede match. This one is the biggest one ever. It is Jericho, not Chris Jericho, just Jericho. Bobby Lashley, Shelton Benjamin, Kenny Omega, Jungle Jack Perry, Matt Jackson, Nick Jackson, taking on Ricochet, Bishop Khan, Toa Leona, Mark Davis, Andrade, Clark Connors, and David Finlay. This one can go any which way. It's a Stadium Stampede match. I would say the heels win.
Really?
I I don't know. This is once
How
again,
many people is in this match?
um,
One, two,
I
three,
believe it's a
four,
7-on-7
five,
match.
six,
So 14.
7. 1, 2, 3,
And
4.
we also have Don Callis on one side and MVP on the other side, if they will get involved.
Oh wow. Oh man. I'm a. I'm gonna go Jericho's team.
All right. Then we get the women's four-way match. This one's kind of, there's been some storyline behind it, but it's a four-way match, so it's kind of hard to really get too excited. Tekla defended against Hikaru Shida, Jamie Hayter, and Chris Statlander. They've been doing some sort of story with Shida and Statlander of Shida's, I think, clearly a heel, but she's not like fully turned. She's kind of one of those insincere babyface heels
We're
right
doing the
now.
Sami Zayn story over here.
Kind of, kind of. But Chris Statlander's kind of not feeling it, but she's still kind of going along with it. And then Jamie Hayter's just kind of Jamie Hayter. I think Tekla just wins because there's no reason for her to lose the title in a four-way.
There you
But
go.
you could have Sheeta win because I think she has the most juice, not juice, but she kind of has the most kind of going for her in terms of like a story or something behind her. But yeah. Then we get the Owen Hart Cup matches. Samoa Joe and Will Ospreay. I mean, Will Ospreay, obviously, I feel like he's a shoe-in for the at least the championship, if not the outright winner. Bandito and Swerve Strickland, they've done some good stuff there. Bandito, there was an ROH, I think, was Supercard of Honor last week. He defeated Blake Christian, and then after the fact, Swerve came out and attacked him, left him laying, and then Bandito came back and beat him up on Dynamite. Um, I think Swerve wins. I think because they're on opposite ends with Will Ospreay, so I think both of these guys are kind of the favorites on their side of the bracket. So whoever wins this is probably going to face Will Ospreay in the finals, and I think they're going to do Ospreay and Swerve in San Jose. So that will be a fun match.
Ooh.
Then the women's side, Athena and Mina Shirakawa. I mean, the underrated Athena, she better win. And I think that is the only one. There's no other women's one on Double or Nothing. Continental title, as I said, no time limit. John Moxley defending against Kyle O'Reilly. I think you just keep it on Moxley. I think that should be perfectly fine. And then main event, title versus hair. Darby Allin and MJF, you would say, oh, it's a hair. No way MJF loses his hair. But MJF's crazy enough that you would think maybe he will lose his hair.
Brother, he went to Turkey and spent all that money. Now, I know
But you
MJF
go
is,
to Turkey so you can shave it off and it'll grow back.
but it's already grown back. He did that a long time ago.
Exactly. So if he shaves it off, it'll grow back. It'll be fine.
I, I don't know because I've been researching this stuff, man. Apparently, like the reason why like people they take hair from other places and put it in or whatever so we can grow, but like the thing with like the being bald, like the follicles aren't getting through, so you need like certain like what like shampoos or conditioner or something to break into the follicles to let it breathe so it can grow, something like that. It's very interesting. We're doing hair growth breakdowns. You see, this is why you listen to this podcast. We give it to you all. We talk
Give it all.
talk other sports, music reviews, hair growth, follicles, etc. I don't know, man.
That being said, I think MJF gets the win here. They're
Yeah,
telling the story of Darby Allin kind of not breaking down, but how long can he keep this pace up? Um,
it's a simple story and it fits his character.
but I think MJF wins. But I will say we're not betting the house on it. I think it is a
We're not,
very
oh,
likely possibility that Darby Allin can win this match and MJF gets shaved.
we're not betting the Haas.
We're not. If we're betting the house on anything, it's Will Ospreay defeating Samoa Joe. We're betting the house on that one. We might only be able to get like a penny in return for a house, but at least it's something.
A penny in return for the house is crazy work. All
Uh,
right,
uh,
ladies and gentlemen, hail UGWA. We are going down this Saturday. Narrative Fermentations, 30 years of the UGWA. UGWA's been around as long as I've been alive. Look at that. Let's see what we got on here. Pacific Rampage versus Monsters Inc. You also have Tanaya versus Taylor Kingsley versus Fox Valentine. Former UGWA champion Jordan Cruz going up against Vinny Pacifico and Ocean Avery. OG Championship, Dave Dutra, the champion, defending against Dark Sheik. The underground gatekeeper title, Father Bronson going up against Dave Reckoning. Midas Creed takes on Cosmo Orion. You have a no disqualification match with Nick Xander and Brett the Threat. The championship of Sharks is being defended as Anton Voorhees takes on Chris Nasty. And the main event for the UGWA Heavyweight Championship, two Fresh faces each other as Alpha Zoe defends the title against DJ Fresh. Look at that. Who would have thought? Who would have thought, right?
oh, not me. Not
you.
me.
Not me. And then Sunday, you can catch me in LA. I'll be going down to wrestling for Burbank. If you see the kid, come say what's up. That's going to be a good one. Journey Fatu, CTE, Shiloh Graves, Beatrice Domino, all those cats are going to be on there. You don't want to miss it. Thank you guys so much. We'll be back with a recap of Saturday night's main event and other things coming up later on this weekend. Thank you so much. Be safe and stay dangerous. Yes, sir.